What is going on, guys? I hope you're doing well. It's been a minute since I've done a vlog. So today we're gonna head down to this new gym that I found in Malden with my friend Louis. Then we're gonna come back, and I'm currently on a cut. So I'm gonna do a little bit of filming about what I'm eating, how I am doing my meals and stuff like that. So before we get into that, let's go to the gym and let's smash it. So I thought I'd do a little bit more of a voiceover start to this, and as you can see, learn from me and don't record your third top set, because you can see how hard that was for me to get up. But we'll basically start off with a push day today. So I always start my push day with some kind of incline press, and it was slightly different to my gym at home, so it was a higher incline than I'm normally used to, but it went off pretty well. And then moving on to a dip machine. I normally actually generally prefer real dips where you're dipping with weight rather than these dip machines, but you can isolate the muscle groups a bit better. As you can see, the pecs are getting a decent going through, and also the anterior deltoids. Then moving on to shoulder press in a Smith machine. I much prefer it, and I recommend it, using a Smith machine for your overhead press in terms of stability and also just comfort as well, because you can isolate your shoulders away from the supporting muscle groups like the back and stuff like that. But with this machine, I have a similar one in my gym at home. It was interesting doing it with neutral grip, and it wasn't quite the correct movement pattern I felt, but it still was pretty good for the chest, and found it to be pretty effective, especially when doing really slow eccentric movements and then exploding up. And in all of these, I normally do 2 top sets of the highest weight possible, 6 to 8 reps, and then a back off set of around 8 to 15, depending on the level of intensity. And then we moved on to lateral raises. Now, to best isolate the side delts, the lateral deltoids, I use a kneeling bench technique. So you basically remove any momentum that you can generate by sitting in this bench in this way. And then after I complete this set, I basically then go to exhaustion while standing up with the same weight and using a little bit more momentum just to get that kind of burnout feel. You can see here, obviously tops are off. Gotta mog some people whilst in the gym. And as you know, I'm currently on a cut, so I'm also be doing cardio, and I did half an hour of cardio before the session, so I was feeling pretty tired even before started lifting weights, which wasn't a great start, but it is what it is. And we finished off the session with just some triceps. Obviously they've been worked pretty hard in the dippings and mogging a grandma there. But yeah, so just a little bit of a push down. Would have loved to have a rope, but there wasn't any ropes available because it was quite busy. And then just moved on to a little bit of posing, because why not? We're not competing, but when in Rome and when the light's good and when you're cutting down, it's quite nice to see a few different results. So yeah, my posing is so shit at the moment, and I would love to get better at it, and I really actually should start to look into it more, because I think it makes a massive difference to how you carry your physique. If you can pose well, it just makes a huge difference. So yeah, as you can see, I don't know if you guys have seen previous videos of mine, I've lost probably around 8 pounds of fat over the last few weeks. Definitely leaning out a little bit, plenty more to do, but we are making progress, and that's all we can do at the end of the day. So now I'm gonna head home, and I'll catch you in a second. So I've just got back from the gym. It's like 10 o'clock, so it's all but running a bit late. I'm gonna make some steak and some veg and just close off the day, really. I'm gonna cook the steak, put it in the oven whilst it cooks, have a shower, and then finish up. Turns out that I have no steak. All I have is beef, and I can't be bothered to make burgers. I've got some chicken as well, but I think I'm just gonna go for 5 of these chicken sausages because they are very good macros, to be fair. Look, they're like, yeah, 13 grams per 2. So what, that's 26, 32 grams of protein. Bosh, done there. And then some veg, as you see. I need to de-ice my fridge. That'll do. And we'll also bung in some spinach, baby spinach in there too. So, sausages going in. So we have around 150 grams of edamame beans, broad beans, and peas that are frozen in there, and we're going to just chuck in a couple of handfuls of spinach because it basically turns into fuck all. So we'll do, I can just do the bag. It basically melts away. Anyway, I'll show you what it looks like in a minute. Look, and this is the result. Basically, shit all, but it tastes good. Anyway, basically, whilst we wait for sausages to cook and the veg to also cook, might as well explain to you why I'm cutting, what I'm cutting for, and what I'm doing. So essentially, obviously, there's a thing called summer shreds where people get shredded for summer, obviously, kind of makes sense. Now, I do kind of respect that because I don't want to be like chubby and fluffy in the summer, so it's probably an element of it. But I also have a holiday in 5 weeks' time in Tulum, Mexico, which I basically just want to look in the best shape possible for because it's just a big personal goal of mine. There's no real benefit. I'm not competing this year or anything like that. Just really a good goal, and I like having a date in mind as it makes it much more process driven. So we've got another 5 weeks of this. I'm going to stick to around 2,200 calories. I moved on to that this week. I started on 2,800, then 2,500, now I'm down to 2,200. So we're going to stay at that level basically until flight to Tulum. So hopefully I'll be pretty lean by then, a little bit more vascular as well. But I think we're pretty much well on the way to it. I don't think we're much like from my last cut. It definitely didn't take that long to go from where I am now to where like the veins were just coming out of everywhere. So that's the kind of point where I want to be by the time that we get to Tulum, and I may even do a spray tan because it just adds on like 10 pounds of muscle as well. So yeah, just a little quick video, kind of what I'm doing at the moment. I apologize that I haven't done that many long form videos. And I'm also at the moment, whilst I'm cooking dinner, I'm also making my beef jerky as well, which I'm doing a short on the recipe of how I do it. So be sure to watch that as well. So guys, this is the finished product. We've got 5 chicken sausages and obviously the veg we cooked earlier, and I threw in an egg as well to make sure I hit my protein goals. And as I said, we're around 2,200 calories, and my beef that I'm making into beef jerky is now dehydrating in there, which has been marinating for about 4 hours as well. So yeah, I'll do a video as well on a whole day of eating in my cut, but this is just to kind of highlight kind of what I have for dinner or lunch, depending. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.